Hi, and welcome to this new video. Today I will talk about a new exciting feature in Google Workspace Calendar that will help you better organize your time and work. This is called the focus time. So Google Calendar has gone under a lot of changes and is still being improved constantly. That is more visible since the starting of this COVID-19 pandemic, where everyone suddenly found themselves working from home without even mentally preparing for this. Now, at one point, if you have faced the problem of work getting the most of your time and day while being at home, then you're probably not alone, and there are many of us who did face this. And in fact, talking about myself, I have almost lost my life and work balance due to this sudden situation and sudden change in the type of life. There are many ways where you can try to organize your day, and I believe the calendar applications are one of the best way to do this. Of course, you can also use some task management and project management applications if you want to get, let's say, better results, or if you want to be detail specific, although that's a different talk. And one of the simplest ways of organizing your day and calendar in Google Workspace is to have appointment slots where you just let people know that you are open for calls or meetings in specific times of day, probably multiple days in the week or even across a whole month. And then you let them see these appointment slots, you make them available and visible for anyone who wants to have a call or a meeting with you. They are free then to book and select whatever time slot that suits them. And also, if you don't want to talk to anyone or get into any meeting, then you would probably set an out of office slot in your calendar where any new meetings would be automatically declined and people will actually see you that you are not available when they check the calendar or when they want to book a meeting with you. But the problem with out of the office slots is that even if you are in the office or if you are actually in the working hours or in the working mood, then maybe it is not the best representation of what you really want to communicate to others. That I am working, but I got my own stuff that I want to focus on, and I don't want interruptions or meetings at this time, and I don't want people to talk to me. So this is where the awesome new focus time feature comes in. With this, you can now still let people know that you are available and that you are not out of office. You are either in the office or working, in the home or whatever. But then you have work to do. You have other stuff other than being in calls and being in meetings with other people. And, referencing to myself again, I find this a very useful feature and a very great feature because many times there are tasks that we really need to finish without the need to be in calls or meetings. And talking about my field, I always get in calls with customers and with people who wants to discuss issues and points about Google Cloud Platform or Google Cloud in general. But then there are tasks and there are outcomes of these meetings I need to work on offline. So I can't just keep going or jumping from one call to another or one meeting to another. I need to do offline work to fulfill the requirements and the tasks that came out of these calls. And for some people, if they don't see you in calls or meetings, they would think that you are not doing anything. You don't have anything to do. So it's fine for them to block you for another call, which is totally not right. So this way now you can show them that you are still having work to do, even if that does not require or even if that does not involve being with them in calls or meetings for customers. Now, this is one feature, but there is another awesome one that is called the Time Insights. So the Time Insights is going to give you an idea on how busy your week or days are ahead. Honestly, this did give me some sort of a wake-up call because I saw how much time I was spending on calls and back-to-back meetings that did totally kill my productivity and energy. Because if you just keep jumping from one call to another, then you don't have the time to refresh, you don't have the time to capture the notes and the results of each meeting. And if you delay this until you get rid of all of the meetings in this day, you would have by then lost all of or almost all of the information that you have gathered from these meetings, and you would have probably forgot all of the action items that you need to do. So back-to-back meetings for me are killers for every productivity and every thing that you want to do in the day. So how would you look at these features, talking about yourself? Are you excited to use those? Did you ever suffer from the same problems that I did before? And did you lose control and the balance over your life and work experience and activities? I hope these new awesome features will help all of us get back on the right track and be able to manage our life and our work, and to be able to do much more than we are doing now with these situations like working from home and all of these unexpected times. So I hope this video was useful for you, and I hope that you did learn something new today. Please check out the rest of my videos about Google Workspace or Google Cloud, and also please don't forget to like the video if you find it useful to help more people see it, and please also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that bell button so that you can be notified of any new content. And also, if you are interested or if you are an existing Google Workspace admin, I would highly encourage you to check out my course on Udemy about Google Workspace administration. It's a full comprehensive course. It's a very long course actually that talks about all of the aspects in Google Workspace and how you can manage Google Workspace for your organization and users. You can get it at a discounted price through the link in the video description. And with this, I will see you again in a new video.